So check out the approach we're going to start taking in May of 2020 to predict the next day's market open. As we evolve forward with SPY tomorrow, we are improving how we predict the next day's open. And obviously, we are taking a reading at a specific point in time, and that is a little bit before the end of the close of the trading day. And that has correlated to how the next day opens when we take this reading. And we've made a lot of adjustments and improvements, and it keeps getting better. And let me show you where we are. Now, unfortunately, we only have so much data, so we have to base this off the month of April when I'm recording this at the very end. So let's look at the Insider Archive that's available to members. And here you can see what the archive is through that month. So we clicked on April. And here is April 29th. And as you can see, SPY, if we did it traditionally, we would say it's kind of up. It's really on the edge. But we have the QQQ down and the IWM down. And today the market is down big. And then the day before, we had 3 up in a row. And the market is up. There's a lot of volatility. So this has been a tough month. So if you look at the month of April 2022, a lot of volatility, and SPY tomorrow using our system of correctness, meaning you were able to make a winning trade within the first half hour of the open. So it may start a little low. We've said it was going to be up. It starts a little low, but it immediately goes up. You have the opportunity to make that money. And if you base it off that, we did about 70% correct at spytomorrow.com, which is okay, but we really want 80 or above. That's what we're striving for. And so when we use the traditional model of just using the SPY number right here, we were about 70% correct. And of course, we made some adjustments along the way and had some pluses and minuses. And some we just said, hey, you know what, we're going to call it neutral like this day, although it was correctly a down day. But we didn't call it that. So some people didn't get that benefit. But let's just going through all the numbers, it would be 70%. However, if we based it off of all 3 numbers, looking at the market more holistically with SPY, the QQQ, and IWM, here's more tech stocks, and this is the more general smaller cap type of stocks, in the Russell 2000, we can then have a bigger picture. And so if we use that as our guide, the 3 numbers, 2 out of 3, we were 87. This option would have been 87% correct in April. So that's what we're going to do. Let's talk about it a little bit more. If you've been following SPY Tomorrow for a while, you know we're continuously updating and improving the calculations and algorithms to give us a better reading as to what might happen the next day. And we focus on SPY, and we have been doing that since the beginning. Actually, the very beginning was the QQQ, but then we turned it over to the SPY and focused on SPY, the S&P 500. But as you know, we're never going to beat the news. If there's a market-changing event overnight, all the calculations are honestly out the window. But there is a strong correlation. Now, we did have a very choppy month, and it was about 70% correct. But when we used all 3 of the ETFs that we've been following, the SPY, the IWM, and the QQQ, and we just go 2 out of 3, as I mentioned, 87+% correct. Now, will that hold as we go into May? We'll find out. But that is going to be the way I'm going to predict over the month of May. And if it holds up, we'll continue on. Each month we get a little bit better as we improve the way we do these things. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. How are you doing? And hey, if you have ideas, we're always happy to test them.